Chapter 1301 Bragging. Xiao Nan was soft-hearted. She would not bear to reject him on the spot. She did not throw the love letter into the rubbish bin but kept it and rode the bicycle to the school gate, where she got into her family car and went back to the Zai family's residence to accompany her children. Xiao Nan did not know that after she left, many students began speculating on the school forum about today's incident. Some dormitories even made a bet on whether the warrior who confessed his love to Senior Xiao would succeed in the end or not. Compared to other students, Xiao Nan seldom spent time in school. Therefore, she did not know of the rumors that were circulating in school. Although Xiao Nan had good looks and seemed approachable and friendly, there were many other beauties in Peking University. Some were prettier or colder than Xiao Nan, or even richer and came from a better background. However, among all of them, Xiao Nan was the only person whom they seldom interacted with. She was a beauty who stirred the hearts of many men, but she was the only person whom they found difficult to reach. Therefore, many men who were interested in Xiao Nan could only sigh in frustration. When they chanced upon shooting stars, they would wish fervently that they would be given a chance to get close to her. Although Xiao Nan was not considered as the school belle in Peking University, she was still considered as the faculty belle. Everyone liked to look at beautiful people. As men, they were naturally attracted to beautiful women. However, it was a pity that Xiao Nan did not give them any chance. It was rare that a warrior was daring enough to take the risk to confess his love publicly to Xiao Nan, who was deemed as the most unreachable sunflower in the school. If he succeeded, not only would he be a warrior, but he would also be seen as the winner. But if he failed, he would be thoroughly embarrassed. As a result, many people were curious about Xiao Nan's reaction and whether she would accept him or not. Xiao Nan, who always kept a low profile in school, became well known once again when she was in her third year, all because of the love letter. Everyone who kept themselves updated with the latest news would know about Xiao Nan. Compared to the first, second, and fourth year students who were very interested to know the outcome, the third year students, especially those who were in the same faculty as Xiao Nan, appeared to be very calm. Tang Jiayun had already told everyone of the fact that Xiao Nan had been engaged. Some of the students had forgotten about it, but there were some students who remembered it very clearly. Tang Jiayun scooted next to Yu Xiao, giving her a rare smile. She made a move to link arms with Yu Xiao. They had been classmates for nearly 3 years. Yu Xiao knew Tang Jiayun very well and would not fall for her tricks like how she did when school had just started. Without waiting for Tang Jiayun to link arms with her, Yu Xiao took her books and moved to the seat next to her and stated her stand. There are many seats here. I don't wish to be in your company and there is no need for you to sit so close to me. It's better to maintain a distance between us. You can say your piece. If you are unhappy or displeased, the door is on the right-hand side. You can leave right away. Tang Jiayun was seldom seen in the library. She should not be a dog in the manger. Seeing that Yu Xiao did not buy it at all, Tang Jiayun snorted. You must have heard that someone confessed his love to Xiao Nan. Do you think Xiao Nan will accept him or not? I suppose Xiao Nan will accept him. I have found out some information about the junior. He is in his second year and he is from the student committee. He is very tall, about 1.83 meters, and has a fair complexion. I heard that his family has a company. Since he studied in the capital, his parents bought a house for him in the capital so that he can stay here and carve out his career. It was obvious that Tang Jiayun was very envious of Xiao Nan. The junior was able to carve his career in the capital and he already had a house in the capital. This meant that he could become part of the population in the capital and his household register could be in the capital. He was a good catch. Why didn't she encounter such a good man? She did not have very high expectations. The man that she liked did not need to be outstanding in all aspects. She would still find him acceptable if he was not as handsome and not as well educated. Why is it that Xiao Nan has such good fortune? She is good in her studies and she has good interpersonal relations. She seldom stays in school, but why is it that she seems to be everywhere? All good things seem to happen to her. The world is so unfair. I wonder what tricks Jiaonan used to become what she is today. Tang Jiayun had to hand it to Jiaonan for using tactics to get her way. She scored a high score for her non-academic performance. She was merely the vice president of the club, but she had a lot of bonus points. She was not at school for half of the semester, yet she was awarded the second prize scholarship. There were very few people who were able to defeat Tang Jiayun. But no matter how much she tried, she could not defeat Jiaonan or affect her results. Yu Xiao sneered. I have long seen through you. If the people that you dislike did better than you, instead of working harder to beat them, you will use underhanded methods to destroy them, making them be at the same level as you, or even worse than you. You are too despicable. Yes. Tang Jiayun admitted right away. This is who I am. Don't tell me you are not this kind of person. We used to be from the same dormitory and we should help each other. But among the four of us, Jiaonan is the only one who is leading a good life. Are you saying that you have never been jealous of Jiaonan and have never resorted to tricks? Are you saying that you have never cursed her to be unlucky and do worse than you? Yu Xiao, you are not any better than me. Yu Xiao tightened the grip on her pen. But I have changed. Fine. I am not a reporter. I am not shooting or taking videos. I am just chatting with you. Since I dare to admit it, why are you pretending in front of me? The three of us in the dormitory can't take it lying down to see Jiaonan leading a good life, particularly Lu Yan. She is behaving oddly recently. She is gloomy and sinister. Perhaps she believes in superstition and will resort to doing silly actions to curse Jiaonan to her death. Yu Xiao was annoyed. I am not. I admit that I might have behaved in that manner in the past. But I have changed. Anyway, I can give you the answer to the question you asked just now. Jiaonan will definitely reject the junior. Have you forgotten that on the first day that we entered the university, Jiaonan told us that she had a fiancé? The reason why Jiaonan did that was to deter any unwanted suitors. Crap! Tang Jiayun gave a mocking smile. She was merely pretending and keeping up appearances. I remembered she said that she had a fiancé, but have we ever seen her fiancé before? Chapter 1302 Scare him off with marriage. It has been 3 years, but we have never seen him before. Let's not talk about whether Jiaonan really has a fiancé. I suppose if she really has a fiancé, they must have broken up with each other. If he is dating her, but he doesn't turn up, it must either be Jiaonan's or his problem. Furthermore, it doesn't mean anything if they are still together. After all, they are just dating, not married. One can even divorce after getting married. The junior has such good conditions. Even if her boyfriend is already working, he could not be compared to the junior. Jiaonan is so smart. She will know who to choose. Unless Jiaonan was stupid, she would not give up the handsome and rich junior to be with her fiancé. Besides, being with the man was similar to having no boyfriend. Are you done? Yu Xiao pursed her lips. She should have known long ago that Tang Jiayun would make harsh remarks. After all, what could she expect from a hog but a grunt? If you are done, let me answer your question. After that, leave me alone. I don't deny that what you said is true. Most people would make that decision under such circumstances. Both of us will make the same decision. However, Jiaonan will definitely not do that. With that, Yu Xiao did not wait for Tang Jiayun to give way to her. Instead, she grabbed her books and moved to another seat. If she continued to argue with Tang Jiayun in the library, the librarian might not welcome her in the future. While she was talking to Tang Jiayun, the librarian had glanced her way several times. Everyone was very interested in the love letter, but the party concerned, Jiaonan, could not be bothered with it. Once she reached the Zai family's residence, she put the love letter aside and forgot about it. It was because she, who was acting as Fang Fang's matchmaker, happened to receive a call from her right then. "Nan Nan, it's me. I know. The phone has a caller ID display." Fang Fang, who had a similar conversation in the past, found it very familiar. She seemed to have this conversation with Gao Yan in the past. The difference was that she was the one who was full of disdain back then. Today, she was the one who was being foolish. "I have a question for you. Can you keep it a secret and don't laugh at me?" "No problem. What do you think of premarital sex?" Fang Fang felt very embarrassed to bring up this topic. Although she was on the other end of the phone, she could not help but blush. But she was used to the fact that whenever she was undecided, she would seek advice from Xiao Nan. She had to ask her even though it was very embarrassing for her. Xiao Nan slapped her forehead. Youngsters are indeed full of vigor and vitality. Fang Fang rolled her eyes. "Hey, don't forget that not only you are married, but you are also a mother of 3. If she had not been intimate with her husband, how could she have 3 children?" Xiao Nan smoothed her hair confidently. "Do you know when I got to know my husband? There seemed to be a turn of events. I know my husband when I was in my 2nd year of junior high school. He is 5 years older than me. When I was in my 2nd year back then, he was already at the age where he could find a girlfriend and settle down. We confirmed our feelings for each other when I was in high school. We only got engaged to each other when I graduated from high school. I finally reached the legal age in my 1st year of college. We collected the marriage certificate after the Lunar New Year. This September, I went into early labor as I was carrying triplets." Although Xiao Nan did not seem to answer her question, Fang Fang understood her meaning. "Are you saying that before marriage, you had never been intimate with each other?" Xiao Nan knew her husband when she was in her 2nd year of junior high school. They had feelings for each other, but they waited for more than 5 years before they became intimate with each other. Moreover, the man was mature and was older than them by 4 to 5 years old. In terms of vigor and vitality, her boyfriend could not compare to Xiao Nan's husband. "Fang Fang, do you think this thought never crossed my husband's mind in the past 6 years? When we married, he was already 26 years old. Fang Fang, think about it. Why did he wait until we have officially collected the marriage certificate before we had married life? Did he not feel like it, or did he respect me and thus did not wish to hurt me?" Since Fang Fang understood what she was saying, Xiao Nan could be more direct about it. Fang Fang was still an unmarried young lady while Xiao Nan was a mother. Xiao Nan was not as embarrassed as Fang Fang when talking about this topic. "Fang Fang, how about you ask your boyfriend? Will he accept it if you will only be intimate after marriage? I collected the marriage certificate when I was in my 1st year of college. You are already in your 3rd year and should have no problem collecting the marriage certificate. Is the household register with you? You must remember. When you pose the question, you must have all the documents ready with you." Fang Fang felt nervous, and she clenched her fists. What if he agrees to it? Should I marry him? Of course. One should do something adventurous before one turns old. Xiao Nan gave Fang Fang a boost of confidence. But this might make her too confident of herself. If the two of you truly like each other, it doesn't matter that both of you are still students and are financially unstable. As long as both of you are willing to work hard, you will definitely have a bright future. No frills civil wedding ceremony that lacks a material foundation is the trend now. Both of you should go ahead and do it. When she first brought up marriage, Fang Fang felt very unsettled and flustered. Although Xiao Nan gave her fullest support, she still felt that something was not right. They were talking about premarital sex, but why did they end up talking about marriage? Fang Fang was led by the nose by Xiao Nan unknowingly. Although she was on tenterhooks, she decided to broach the topic of marriage with her boyfriend. Fang Fang had yet to sort out her thoughts, but she felt that there should not be too much of a problem when she broached the topic with her boyfriend. Everything would turn out well, unless her boyfriend was not sincere to her, or that he had no wish to spend the rest of his life with her. If so, she should break up with such a man right away. Xiao Nan was shameless. She led an innocent Fang Fang by the nose, and yet she was able to read her book calmly, clearly forgetting about what she had done. She did not have a bad impression of Fang Fang's boyfriend, but she knew that no matter how mentally prepared Fang Fang's boyfriend was, he could not have thought of getting married while he was still in college. Getting married was not that easy. Fang Fang might be impulsive, but the man would not behave as such. The Fang family knew that Fang Fang was dating a man, but her boyfriend might not have told his family about Fang Fang. If the man was scared away by Fang Fang when she broached the topic of marriage, it would save Xiao Nan a lot of trouble. Xiao Nan put this matter aside and forgot cleanly about the bad deed that she had done. She had forgotten about the love letter as well. Chapter 1303 Confession of Love. Of course, she would rather forget all about it. Xiao Nan only remembered this matter when this junior looked for her again. However, she felt that she was too slow to react. Next, it was a scene that would only appear on television. Xiao Nan broke out in cold sweat, brimming with embarrassment. "Junior, this has become a huge parade. Aren't you overdoing it?" In the middle of the candles that were arranged in a heart shape, her name had been made out using red rose petals, and the word love was below her name. Xiao Nan wiped her sweat. She was suffering from extreme embarrassment. "Also, I have to speak to you about what happened previously." Before Xiao Nan could finish her words, that junior knelt on one knee before her. "I don't wish to address you as my senior anymore. I wish to call you by your name. Perhaps you feel that I am not mature enough because I am younger than you. However, I wish to say that I am true to you. Can you be my girlfriend?" Having said that, that junior held a bouquet of 999 roses with one hand and took out a box from his shirt pocket using the other hand. After he opened the box, one could see an exceptionally dazzling diamond necklace that would shine so brightly under the sun. This caused an uproar all of a sudden. Everyone was a poor student. How many people would present a gift that cost over 10,000 yuan when they were dating? This was not a small but a huge gift. Judging from the look of this diamond necklace, it was most likely not cheap. Tang Jiayun, who was standing in the crowd, was staring at that diamond necklace, constantly shouting in her heart how good it would be if she and not Xiao Nan was the one being confessed to at this moment. In that case, she could become the owner of this necklace. Before she graduated, she could also find someone who could financially support her for life. Initially, Tang Jiayun only held the attitude of being in for a good show. Hence, she had been paying attention to this matter. Xiao Nan was always pretending to be high and mighty in front of them. She did not believe that the materialistic gain before her could not defeat the other's superficial love. In addition, the other party was a fiancé who did not appear before anyone for 3 years. As soon as Xiao Nan could not resist the pursuit of this young junior, agreed to be the latter's girlfriend, and forgot that she had a fiancé, she would definitely stand before Xiao Nan. She wanted to see if Xiao Nan would still have the shame to pretend to be as pure as an angel and say some high-sounding words in front of her again. At this moment, Tang Jiayun did not understand that all that she had described could be summarized in 4 words, a slap in the face. She wanted to see how Xiao Nan would be slapped in her own face and embarrass herself. Xiao Nan would no longer be able to lift her chin so high and look at her with disdain ever again. Yu Xiaoxiao was also in the crowd. Yu Xiaoxiao had conflicted feelings. She hoped that Xiao Nan would agree, yet she also hoped that she would not. Amongst the many people that she knew, Xiao Nan was the only one who was considered clean and honest. Of course, she hoped that such a pure and honest person still existed in this world. However, as someone who was already unclean and not simple, Yu Xiaoxiao also had some faint hopes that Xiao Nan would behave like her and become one of her own. At this very moment, everyone was looking at Xiao Nan and waiting for her reaction. Moreover, the threads in the school discussion forum were fueled again because of Xiao Nan. The classmate who messed around and spread this gossip viciously was unaware that their principal's blood pressure had shot up due to anger from these threads. He was almost sent to the hospital for emergency treatment. Competing with the chief's son for a woman. Which idiot was this? Drag him out and shoot him dead. Didn't he know that it was illegal to break up a military marriage? Xiao Nan curled the corners of her lips. She completely could not understand the envy in the eyes of the girls who were looking at her. Junior, I have to make myself clear to you. First, I don't know you. If I nod my head today, the one that I like is not you but the dazzling necklace in your hands. Second, I already have someone else in my heart. I don't intend to turn my back on him and find another lover at the moment or forever. Third, the person that I love also loves me. He and me. We are already engaged. Xiao Nan was a little shy to mention that she was a married mother of 3. After all, she and the principal had unanimously maintained their silence on this matter. She could not spread this matter in the school. Even Senior Su, whom she was the closest to in the school, only found out about this matter after the latter graduated. As she thought about it, Xiao Nan pulled out the ring necklace that she was wearing on her neck. I don't really like to wear accessories as I think that it's not convenient. Hence, I wear the ring as a necklace. Also, when I first entered the school, I have already said that I am engaged. Junior, it's not that I don't think that you are mature. The truth is that you are really immature. You can say that love is noble and there are no limits to it. However, I feel that one has to know their limits. As a college student, you should do less unethical things. In fact, you should not do any unethical things, right? This was the momentum of being a male vixen. Without blinking her eyes, Xiao Nan rejected such a diamond necklace that every woman would be fond of. Everyone who was watching the commotion by the side could not describe their feelings at this moment. They felt very perplexed. After making the rejection swiftly and decisively, Xiao Nan rode her bicycle and rang its bell. Can I trouble you to give way? It's already so late. I have to rush home for dinner. She had attended a full day of classes today. Perhaps the triplets were already throwing tantrums at home while waiting for her to come back. At the sound of the bicycle bell, everyone seemed to have been awakened to reality. They moved to the side. As a result, there was a path for Xiao Nan to leave on her bicycle. The junior had wanted to be the Prince Charming in the hearts of all the ladies. However, who would have expected that he would be rejected before the eyes of everyone? He almost became a black-faced prince instead. Ultimately, Xiao Nan was not bothered about how he dispelled the embarrassment and shame of being rejected. The next day, although someone wanted to tell Xiao Nan about it, she simply declined and expressed that she did not need to know. Xiao Nan had rejected someone. Coincidentally, someone else was also rejected at this time. The heartbroken and despaired one put aside everything, including her studies, and returned to the capital, crying. She headed straight to the Zai family's residence and refused to leave. Fortunately, no one else besides Xiao Nan and the auntie was around in the Zai's residence today. Miaojing had brought Zai Hua to make dowry arrangements and they were not at home. Fang Fang was hugging her and crying. Xiao Nan did not advise her anything initially. She just patted Fang Fang's back gently and coaxed her like she usually would the triplets. She allowed Fang Fang to cry and let it out. After Fang Fang had vented enough, Xiao Nan then requested the auntie to make pudding tea for Fang Fang. Judging from the situation, a lot of cooling down was needed. Chapter 1304 Premarital Sex. This was the first time that the triplets saw someone else besides themselves crying. In particular, that person was hugging their mama and crying. The triplets were staring at Fang Fang unhappily and knitting their little brows. The 3 pairs of eyes peeped at Fang Fang from time to time, as if they were guarding against a thief. Fortunately, at this moment, Fang Fang was in so much pain and suffering that she only cared about seeking consolation from Xiao Nan. She did not pay attention to the strange looks that the triplets cast on her at all. She stuttered, "Nan Nan, he only wishes to sleep with me. He doesn't want to marry me." He was thinking of playing rogue and refusing to bear the responsibility thereafter. In fact, that was not that man's actual words. He did not say that he only wanted to sleep with and not marry Fang Fang. He felt that they were only students in their third of college studies and it was too early to discuss marriage. He would either not marry, or if he did, he would definitely provide his future wife with a good and prosperous lifestyle. He did not want his wife and children to suffer together with him. If Fang Fang was the woman that he was looking for, he trusted that they would definitely be together for the rest of their lives eventually. Fang Fang, who was badly shaken by this, would not listen to it. She only remembered the truth that she had perceived. She did not know anything else, except that she was willing to marry but her boyfriend was not. In addition, he had not dismissed the thoughts of sleeping with her. Nan Nan's husband was resolute to marry Nan Nan. He did not touch Nan Nan at all before they collected their marriage certificate. On the contrary, her boyfriend was already thinking of taking advantage of her before he even decided to walk down the aisle with her. Truly, Xiao Nan's example was too extraordinary and positive. How could a typical person possibly compare their self-disciple and self-control with the military-trained and strict Zai Sheng? In comparison to Zai Sheng, a man would be easily reduced to a scum no matter how good he was. Based on Fang Fang's incoherent words, Xiao Nan could decipher such a meaning. Fang Fang's luck was not bad. At the very least, this scum was different from other scums. This man felt that since he was together with Fang Fang, he would certainly look for Fang Fang, not other women, to fulfill his certain needs. He would also definitely take good precautionary measures to avoid hurting Fang Fang. If they really had the chance to continue to be together, he would definitely be willing to marry and have children with Fang Fang. Everything else would depend on fate in the future. He made it sound so uncertain and there were so many undecided factors. However, most likely, all of these words were true. It was already the 21st century. Many people were not so conservative anymore. It was very normal for a couple to have some intimate contact with each other. That man felt that this situation might not impact Fang Fang's life negatively in the future even if they did not become husband and wife eventually. From the bottom of his heart, he felt that it was highly possible that he would be together with Fang Fang. At most, he did not like to put it so bluntly. After all, no one could say for certain. "All right, don't cry anymore. Nothing happened, right?" After understanding the situation, Xiao Nan wrung a hot towel for Fang Fang. "I feel that this man is not that bad. You're not willing to and have declined him. The other party did not force you to agree. Don't think that I am exaggerating. If you meet a scum, they will not care whether you agree or not. Anyway, you're already boyfriend and girlfriend. They will sleep first and talk later. 9 out of 8 ladies will choose to let the matter rest thereafter to avoid trouble. Well, they are boyfriend and girlfriend after all." Fang Fang sniffed. "Nan Nan, do you think he is serious about me? How can he sound so heartless? According to what he said, we may not be together in the future. If he does that to me now and yet refuses to marry me later, it's too much. This was a very intimate matter. Shouldn't this only happen to couples that had already decided to be together with each other for the rest of their lives?" Her boyfriend was too casual in his words. Xiao Nan gave a sigh. "Fang Fang, why do you think your boyfriend likes you so much? He even faintly gave a feeling that he is willing to marry you after graduation if there is no accident." "Why?" Fang Fang looked puzzled. "I don't know. Do you?" She had also asked her boyfriend how he fell for her previously. She was not the most beautiful one and did not like to talk. She was also not good at interacting with other people. Her boyfriend was different. He was the hottest guy in the school and very popular. She had personally bumped into a few occurrences of ladies sending him love letters. In the past, her boyfriend was the one who pursued her. When he confessed his love, she almost believed that he had got the date of April Fool's Day wrong. Xiao Nan pinched Fang Fang's face. It's because of your pure and simple character. I will give you my honest views. Don't feel unhappy about it. In boy-girl relationships, your boyfriend should be considered a veteran. Let's not talk about having surrounded by beauties and not at being tempted at all. Amongst his past girlfriends, perhaps we can't even finish counting with one hand the number of them whom he had intimate physical contact with. Such are humans. When they become complicated, they will yearn for the existence of purity and innocence. He has seen many people. He can tell what kind of woman you are. Hence, he definitely likes you. Listening to how the two of them interact, Xiao Nan dared to conclude that that man was definitely very experienced. This was just Fang Fang's first love. How could she be the match for a veteran? Naturally, she would be coaxed and lost. She almost fell out with her biological parents because of this boyfriend. Fang Fang's face turned as white as a sheet. I don't think so. I didn't see him having any immoral or ambiguous relationship with anyone in the school before. Her boyfriend seemed to be quite good and was not the messy kind. Nan, are you saying these deliberately to frighten me? Xiao Nan rolled her eyes and looked at Fang Fang with tremendous disdain. I dare to say that since you are already in the third year of your college studies now, your boyfriend should be quite famous in the school. The problem is that before you are together, you certainly did not pay attention to him and only treated him as an ordinary person. In the past, you wouldn't even take a few more glances at him when he walked past. Different from other ladies who were stunned in their tracks at the sight of handsome men, Fang Fang was neither fazed nor distracted. She was not attracted by members of the opposite gender at all. It was as if she was not a woman. Fang Fang could not deny it. 2 years ago, you did not even care about his existence. How would you know about his situation? Why don't we do this? I will lend you my phone. You can call your boyfriend and try to ask him how many girlfriends he had previously. Xiao Nan was fearless. She did not live 40 years of her previous life for nothing. She had always been muddle-headed when it came to her mother and Xiao Zijian. Besides that, she was extremely vicious and spot-on when it came to other people's matters. This was a comment from Xiao Nan's colleague in her previous life. Fang Fang gritted her teeth. She really made the phone call. Don't ask me anything now. I don't wish to answer them too. Chapter 1305 Pure Love. However, I have something to ask you. You can choose to answer or not, but I hope that you won't lie to me. If you are not willing to say it, you can just be silent. Okay. How many girlfriends did you have before me? Anyone? I am referring to all those whom you have intimate contact with. Fang Fang was pure and simple but not stupid. She had heard about the behavior of many others and was also aware of the existence of something called one-night stand in this world. Fang Fang was not that kind of person. After dating, she had never thought that her boyfriend would be such a person. With Xiao Nan's reminder today, Fang Fang was not so certain anymore. Hence, she left no means of escape from this issue. The other party hesitated for a while. After 1 minute, he said in a helpless and heartbreaking manner, Fang Fang, I won't force you to do so if you don't want to. We are already in the third year of our studies and are graduating in 1 year. If you insist, I am willing to wait for you. We can be truly together after we graduate and get married. As for the other matters, Fang Fang didn't have to care about it. They were all a thing of the past. Before they dated, he was already aware that Fang Fang was a very chaste woman. He did not expect that his request would make her react so greatly. She nearly dragged him to the register for marriage immediately. They were all students. It was really too early to register for marriage. His initial thoughts were that he would tell his parents about Fang Fang's existence when their relationship was more stable, as he truly loved Fang Fang. After they graduated in 1.5 years, he could then hold Fang Fang's hands and walk down the wedding aisle with her, becoming the most intimate lovers in the world. Wasn't this a matter of natural course in a romantic relationship? He had thought that his relationship with Fang Fang was so deep that they had reached this stage. He wanted to have Fang Fang. Didn't Fang Fang think the same way? Fang Fang's heart was in great pain. From her boyfriend's words, she knew that Xiaonan's guess was possibly right. If I insist, do you wish to answer me with silence? So, the usually gentle and considerate boyfriend who took such good care of her had accumulated much experience from other women. That was why she was defeated so soon and could have such a wonderful experience. This was something that she had never thought of before Nan Nan told her about it. The other party took a deep breath and said in an embarrassed and indulgent tone, "There are a few of them, but it all happened in the past. I am not fickle-minded. I also don't have the habit of two-timing. Before I got together with you, I was single. After you agreed to be my girlfriend, I did not have any immoral or ambiguous relationship with any other girl too. Fang Fang, I am already of this age. It is not strange for me to have dated more than once. I hope that you can understand and don't take it to heart." Bam! Fang Fang hung up the phone emotionally. Fang Fang's face was red in fury. Was she concerned about how many girlfriends he had before? She was concerned about how many he had slept with before. When her boyfriend made the request that day, he looked so calm and deeply in love. That ease of dealing with the situation. The more Fang Fang recalled the situation, the more her heart bled. She did not have any experience in this area. When she heard her boyfriend's sudden request, she felt angry, embarrassed, and lost. Hence, she had missed out on many observations. Based on his presence of mind that day, it confirmed Nan Nan's 2 words, a veteran. She reacted so greatly upon hearing him. However, her boyfriend was so calm. He had to be very experienced in order to attain this extent of behavior. Based on her understanding of him in this 6-month relationship, Fang Fang could not refuse to admit that when her boyfriend said there were a few, Xiaonan was possibly right, that they could not finish counting the number of women that he had slept with just one hand. Fang Fang was fuming initially. Thereafter, she was badly shaken. She looked as dejected and listless as pickled vegetables and gave out a strange feeling all over her. Xiaonan held her head in agony. Fang Fang, you're not good in your judgment of character. Fortunately, your luck is not bad. That man is quite honest. After all, he didn't lie to you that he only has one woman. Actually, to a man, there is a possibility of being forgiven if he had one or a few women before. However, in my opinion, to a woman, there is no difference. Anyway, she was someone that could not tolerate any unfairness. They were friends. She believed that Fang Fang was of the same opinion. Fang Fang opened the towel and covered her tear-stricken face. She had thought that she was so fortunate to have immediately met her soulmate in her first love. She had met a dream partner who had fulfilled all her criteria. When she was dating, it simply felt as wonderful as a dream that she could not bear to wake up from. Perhaps she had really been bullied and exploited too harshly by Gao Yan when she was a child. Fang Fang wholeheartedly wanted to find a man who was the complete opposite of Gao Yan. Gao Yan was very domineering. Whenever he felt that he was doing it for Fang Fang's good, he would simply decide for Fang Fang without caring about the latter's will. This boyfriend of hers would not do so. Although he already had plans in mind, he would first consult Fang Fang and seek her views before deciding. If they had different views and could not reach a consensus, her boyfriend would accommodate Fang Fang and heed her arrangements. Many said that youngsters nowadays were the only child. All were mother's precious darlings who were bad-tempered. Fang Fang's boyfriend was not like that. True enough, a dream was a dream. Regardless of how wonderful it was and how unwilling she was willing to wake up, there was a time where the dream had to end. After wiping the tears from her face, Fang Fang sniffed without care for her image, looking so apathetic. You're right. I don't know if others find a difference between having one or two women. But to me, there is certainly no difference. He is quite good. It's just that we may not be compatible. Since they were not suitable for each other, break up then. Qiaonan raised her brows in disbelief. You've decided so soon? Aren't you getting along quite well with him? Are you really sure that you want to break up with him immediately because of this? You're not going to communicate with him. Without Gao Yan's existence, this man might not be Fang Fang's best option, but he should not be the worst. Fang Fang sniffed hard. She lifted her face so that she could hold back the tears that were flowing out again due to Qiaonan's words. I will be responsible for my own happiness. I understand what you mean. Breaking up is the decision that I have made after careful consideration. It's not something that I decided in the fit of anger. Precisely, it was because this was her first love and first boyfriend that she hoped that his relationship would be perfect. This requirement was too much. Chapter 1306 Who does Sanbao resemble? Before this conflict, their relationship was completely developing according to her wish. The more that was the case, the more she did not give face to Gao Yan in front of the two families' parents. She rejected Gao Yan determinedly and even had a huge argument with her parents. She insisted to be with this boyfriend. Otherwise, why would she be so angry at her parents because of such a man? Since all the wonderful matters were just her imagination that did not exist in reality, her insistence had not only become ludicrous but also meaningless. I can't tell that you're so idealistic. Qiaonan was greatly shocked. After you break up with your boyfriend, do you intend to stop going against your parents' wish and accept their well-meaning intention for you to be together to Gao Yan? Qiaonan was purely testing Fang Fang's reaction with this question. Fang Fang finished 3 cups of pudding tea. What if I say that I wish to listen to your opinion? Of course you can't listen. Qiaonan said without any hesitation. You must never rush in the matters of the heart. You can't do that when you are breaking up, the more so when you are deciding to be with someone. Especially Gao Yan. Once you confirm your relationship with him, I'm afraid that both families' parents will discuss marriage and having children soon. After ending one relationship, you can let yourself have a cooling down period. Although you have broken up with your boyfriend, Gao Yan is not the only man left in this world. Qiaonan did not feel the least burden to say these words that would drag down Gao Yan. The one that she was biased toward had always been Fang Fang and not Gao Yan. If Gao Yan was better than that man, she did not mind helping Fang Fang find that man's shortcomings. If the two of them had a stable, strong, and infallible relationship in the future, she would not be a villain. Fortunately, before Qiaonan could do much, this relationship was going to end without any known cause after Fang Fang discovered her boyfriend's past. When a woman replied so decisively on such a matter, it just meant that the couple's relationship was not stable enough. Their feelings for each other were not so deep. Otherwise, although there was a knot in Fang Fang's heart, she would not decide to break up so swiftly without much hesitation. On one hand, Fang Fang had broken up. On the other hand, Qiaonan was holding on to Fang Fang with all her might. She was deeply fearful that Fang Fang would again drop into a deep pit such as Gao Yan and could not climb out of it. Once these two people were together, there would be great implications. After all, both of their families had long harbored this idea. Fang Fang, both your relationship and life belongs to you. It's not that you must find one that you like. But it has to be someone that you feel comfortable spending your life with, and one that will make you smile most of the time. If none of these 2 points can be fulfilled, life will be meaningless. From what you have said previously, I think you have a place in Gao Yan's heart. He was foolish to have used the wrong ways to attract your attention in the second year of junior high school studies. No one can be certain that he will definitely know how to take care of you now. What if he only loves you but cannot take care of you in the specific matters of your life? It will be useless then, no matter how deeply he loves you. Unless both of you always stay in a platonic relationship, I don't recommend that you accept Gao Yan's love. To Jiao Nan, no amount of feelings could complete with carrying on with life. Jiao Nan sat beside Fang Fang and gave her a warm hug. Fang Fang, perhaps my mindset is a little more mature and different from that of the typical youngsters. I need a more practical life and a lover who can hold up the sky for me, whom I can work together with and be understanding and forgiving to each other. Love is too illusionary. It is not wrong for us to be more realistic in life. Fang Fang leaned on Qiao Nan's shoulders and cried again until she lost her voice. Nan Nan. I have let you down. I deliberately asked you that question just now. Actually, I was suspicious of you. I thought that you are helping Gao Yan. Sorry. Sorry. How could I misunderstand and doubt you? You're so good to me. This was Fang Fang's true thoughts. She could totally feel Qiao Nan's sincere care and concern for her from the latter's simple and unadorned words. Qiao Nan did not agree for her to be together with Gao Yan after she broke up. In addition, she reminded her a few times to take her own feelings seriously and maintain a distance with Gao Yan so that she would not sell herself in the fit of anger. She could tell from Qiao Nan's every word that the latter placed her happiness as the priority. Certainly, this could not be a pretense. Fang Fang even felt that in terms of choosing a future partner, Qiao Nan cared more about her feelings than her parents. It was truly for her own good. She did not need many of such good friends. Having one was already the most fortunate happening in her life. Fang Fang, who was full of self-blame, completely did not discover that the person hugging her had a moment of guilt after hearing her words. Indeed, Fang Fang's happiness was Qiao Nan's main concern. However, Qiao Nan did not have the confidence to say that she was not biased toward Gao Yan at all. Without Gao Yan, she would not talk nonsense. Without her participation, the shortcoming that could not be tolerated in Fang Fang's first love would become harder for Fang Fang to accept in the future. Qiao Nan's eyes swirled. She said embarrassedly, "Don't cry. You will become dehydrated after crying for so long. Drink tea. You should drink more tea. Pudding tea is cooling and especially good for you." After finishing her words, at the sight that there was not much pudding tea left, Qiao Nan took the teapot, ran to the kitchen, and snatched the auntie's job of preparing a new pot of tea. When she came out of the kitchen, San Bao dumped her toy and ran toward her. She held onto Qiao Nan's calves and refused to let go. "Mom, hug." Qiao Nan, who could not move her legs, could only pass the tea to the auntie. She carried her precious daughter and sat beside Fang Fang again. Once Qiao Nan's buttock hit the sofa, odd enough, San Bao's chubby body flipped in an agile manner and landed itself by her side. She even deliberately sat in the middle of Qiao Nan and Fang Fang. She then turned her body and tried to hug her mother's waist with her arms. She was full of jealousy. Earlier, she had seen this strange auntie hugging her mother constantly. Her mother belonged to her and her two brothers. She could not let anyone snatch her away. As she thought about it, San Bao felt especially unjustified. She was glaring at Fang Fang. "Cry, shame, shame. I didn't cry." Having said that, San Bao lifted her chest and expressed that she was much more obedient than this strange auntie. She did not even cry, but the strange auntie was not embarrassed to cry for so long. She was such a shame. Qiao Nan did not know whether to laugh or cry at her daughter's domineering ways. She carried her and gave her a kiss. "Auntie cried because she is feeling upset. Won't San Bao console Auntie? Auntie is Mom's good friend." Everyone said that San Bao looked exactly like her and did not resemble Brother Zai at all. Today, she had finally discovered something that resembled Brother Zai, San Bao's jealousy. She had truly inherited this from Brother Zai. Chapter 1307 Embarrassed when trying to gain favor. Didn't she see that both De Bao and Bao were still calm and composed and holding on to their toys? After hearing her mother's words, San Bao's gradually thickening eyebrows knitted like two little worms. Her twisted face looked like she had been put in a very difficult position. At the sight of San Bao's awkward and troubled look, Fang Fang's mood miraculously improved. After some time, San Bao forced out a sigh of exasperation. She twisted her chubby body, turned over, and gave Fang Fang a gentle hug. Oh! Oh! She even imitated the way her mother usually consoled her and consoled Fang Fang. Don't cry. Candy. San Bao's eyes lit up. She took out candy from the little pocket in her shirt and put it into Fang Fang's hand. After knowing that she had wronged Jiao Nan, Fang Fang felt so much better. Fang Fang was stunned after accepting the candy from San Bao. She held up the candy with her hand and asked Jiao Nan, "What does this mean? San Bao's heart is aching for me because I cried? So, she gave me candy to console me." However, San Bao's expression did not seem to reflect this. Jiao Nan smiled as she carried the cheeky and eccentric San Bao. Isn't this exactly what San Bao meant? Didn't you hear her say that she didn't even cry but you did? Shameful. San Bao is more obedient than you. Jiao Nan's ability to lie through one's teeth was getting better and better, especially after she gave birth to the triplets. No matter what, as the biological mother, she had to help her three children mediate any dispute. San Bao nodded and supported her mother. Yes, me, very obedient. Having said that, San Bao reached out her chubby hands toward her mother and requested a kiss as a reward. Jiao Nan's eyes turned into heart shapes. She held her daughter's face and kissed it with all her might. Such an adorable daughter. Which family does she belong to? Mom's. San Bao said it loudly and clearly. Her little face was red. She was so proud yet afraid. She then leaned into her mother's arms and refused to come out. At the sight of San Bao receiving kisses, De Bao and Bao could not endure any further. They also dumped their toys and ran toward Jiao Nan. Jiao Nan was not stingy. There was absolutely no favoritism as she kissed all of them. Children's faces were chubby, soft, and smooth. At that moment, Jiao Nan vaguely had an illusion of taking advantage of other people's husband and other people's wife. At the sight that the three children were so close to Jiao Nan, especially with all the kisses, Fang Fang was so tempted. "Jiao Nan, can you let me kiss San Bao?" When she was here last time, Fang Fang very much wished to be close to the three children. Unfortunately, they were very cunning and did not let Fang Fang take advantage of them at all. After thinking about it, Fang Fang felt that it could be because they were given birth to by Jiao Nan. Given Jiao Nan's situation, they also had solid intelligence. De Bao and Bao were boys. As such, they did not accept her as they might not like to play with girls. Nevertheless, San Bao was a girl. It should be fine for her to kiss San Bao. Taking into account that Fang Fang had just fallen out of love, Jiao Nan generously gifted her daughter. "San Bao," Auntie cried because she was upset. "San Bao is a good girl. You have to console Auntie. Can you let Auntie give you a kiss?" Jiao Nan did not agree directly. On the contrary, she seemed to be seriously discussing it with the one-year-old San Bao. San Bao blinked her big eyes. "You be obedient." Fang Fang did not understand San Bao at first. However, this did not stop her from reacting subconsciously. "I am obedient." San Bao nodded and turned her cheek toward Fang Fang. "We had agreed. I would let you give me a kiss. Next time, do not compete with me for my mother. You must be obedient." Fang Fang completely did not know that this kiss was akin to selling off Jiao Nan. She carefully bent and gently gave San Bao a kiss on her face. It was so nice smelling and soft and the feeling was wonderful. There was also a fragrance of milk. Fang Fang asked with surprise and curiosity, "Is San Bao still drinking milk? She smells of milk." She will drink a little every day. After carrying San Bao, who pounced on her, Xiao Nan replied, now that you are in a better mood, do you intend to return to school or go home to take a look? The school term had not ended. Fang Fang did not want to fail her subjects and retake the examination as soon as school reopened next year. Fang Fang pouted. I'd better go back to school. My parents don't know that I am back. If they really find out about it, they may become worried. Anyway, her parents did not approve of her current relationship. Now that she had broken up, her parents would definitely be very happy to know this. Fang Fang had decided to go back. Xiao Nan did not want Fang Fang to run away from the problem either. She only asked her to stay for dinner and then personally sent her off at the airport. When Xiao Nan returned to the Zai family's residence, she was surprised to see Gao Yan at her mother-in-law's place. Where did you come from? That was quick. Fang Fang had just left and Gao Yan came soon after. After looking behind Xiao Nan, Gao Yan looked very disappointed. Fang Fang went back so soon? Did Fang Fang tell you why she came back this time? I am so stupid. Fang Fang only looked for you and no one else, not even her parents. She must have told you something. I wish to know. What matter could make Fang Fang put aside her studies and everything else and rush back to the capital? It must be quite a serious matter, right? Otherwise, Fang Fang would not do such a thing given her character. Aren't you good friends with Fang Fang? Why didn't you ask her to stay longer and console her? Xiao Nan took a sip of water. It was winter and the weather was very dry. Don't worry. Of course, I have consoled Fang Fang well before sending her back to school. You should understand from Fang Fang's attitude. In her heart, her friend is much better than you, the childhood sweetheart. Looking at Gao Yan's sullen face, which completely did not have the smartness and cunningness while doing business, Xiao Nan was also in a fix. Gao Yan, I heard that you have a lot of female fans in Peking University. Why do you always do badly in front of Fang Fang? It's such a horrible sight to see. Where is your emotional intelligence? Has it been eaten by a dog? Having been derided by a young lady in this way, Gao Yan almost could not contain his expression. Well, he wanted to marry a wife. After being derided, he still had to respond to Xiao Nan's question in a nice and polite manner. I know that I have done it wrongly when I was young. I wish to be good to Fang Fang but she doesn't accept it. Under Xiao Nan's reminder, Gao Yan had really changed. He knew that Fang Fang liked gentle and caring men because of his influence during childhood. Hence, Gao Yan eagerly changed his character to become one that Fang Fang liked. He was very gentle to her. Who would have known that Fang Fang simply asked Gao Yan if he had been possessed by ghosts, whether he wished to bully her again or was harboring any ill intention of taking revenge at her for rejecting his marriage proposal previously. At that time, Gao Yan's face turned all black upon hearing Fang Fang's words. This was such an embarrassing matter. Gao Yan did not even mention it to his own biological parents, let alone Xiao Nan, an outsider. Chapter 1308 Give you a moment of happiness. However, it was also because of this matter that Gao Yan found out how poor his image was in Fang Fang's heart. At most, he only spoke a little softer, asked her where she would like to go for a meal, and whether she preferred Chinese or Western cuisine. However, Fang Fang also suspected that he had been possessed by a ghost or had an ulterior motive. Xiao Nan turned her face away. Don't look at me. You have to settle this matter on your own. If I help you in everything, is it me or you who will eventually marry Fang Fang? Without you, there are still many other men available. She had already created an opportunity for Gao Yan. If Gao Yan could not even succeed, he did not deserve to marry Fang Fang. In short, a good lady like Fang Fang did not need to worry about being left on the shelves. If Gao Yan was not capable, he should quickly give up. Why was there a need to burden others as well as himself? Gao Yan gritted his teeth. Are you spurring me on? Are you going to fall into the trap then? The childhood phobia had impacted Fang Fang deeply. Xiao Nan wanted to test how much patience Gao Yan had for Fang Fang. If he did not have a lot of patience, he would eventually dispel thoughts of being together with Fang Fang. If he had enough patience, Xiao Nan felt that it was still possible between this young couple. Gao Yan smiled bitterly. No wonder Fang Fang is so close to you. On the contrary, Fang Fang refuted everything that he said, although he grew up with her. She was extraordinarily stubborn. Xiao Nan did not have the patience to listen to such words from Gao Yan. Are you proud that she is closer to me? That should be something that I am proud of. On the account that you have taken 2 flasks of pudding tea that day, I'll tell you the good news. After the end of today, you won't have any rival in love for the time being. If you are so stupid to let that man come in between and snatch Fang Fang away again, don't come and look for me anymore. After dealing Gao Yan with enough blows, Xiao Nan generously stuffed a sweet into his mouth. True enough, as soon as he heard that, Gao Yan seemed to have been injected with chicken blood. His hair that was down previously stood up. What do you mean by I don't have a rival in love for the time being? Is it what I am thinking of? Fang Fang had broken up with that man? However, when she saw Fang Fang last time, Fang Fang and that man still seemed to be on quite good terms. Xiao Nan rolled her eyes at Gao Yan. Act dumb. This was a gifted student of Peking University. Although his company was not operating on a large scale yet, he was a promising CEO. He was playing dumb before her. Meaningless. After confirming that the truth was aligned with his thoughts, Gao Yan clasped his hands excitedly. This news is not fake, right? Yes, it must not be. Why would Fang Fang lie to you? It must be true. Why did they break up? Forget it. It's better that I don't know. As long as this is the outcome, no. Do you want to remind me what wrong that man did to annoy Fang Fang, lest I commit the same mistake next time? Fang Fang had broken up with that man. This would mean that his opportunity was coming. You don't need to know why. Xiao Nan did not wish to remind Gao Yan about this at all. She wanted to see how true Gao Yan was toward Fang Fang. If Gao Yan's feelings for Fang Fang were real, it was the same whether to give this reminder or not. If it was not true enough, this was a good chance to make Gao Yan give up completely on Fang Fang and not pester her anymore. Gao Yan always believed that Xiao Nan was his ally and advisor, and Xiao Nan had helped him a lot on this matter. However, he did not know at all that before he could turn his head, Xiao Nan immediately thought of dragging him down and distancing him from Fang Fang. "De Bao, Bao, can uncle play with you?" The elated Gao Yan squatted in front of De Bao and Bao to express that he would like to play with them so as to repay the help from their mother. After taking a glance at Gao Yan, De Bao and Bao turned away their faces in disdain. This person was already so old, yet he still wanted to play with them? It was uncertain why, but both Fang Fang and Gao Yan did not gain the triplets' favor. Occasionally, the triplets were still willing to touch the toys given by Gao Yan. However, they did not know that these items were from him at all. The triplets had never agreed to let Gao Yan play with them. In fact, the triplets usually had fun on their own. Hence, they did not really like adults to play with them. Although they liked to pester their mother, at most, they just wished that their mother was by their side, watching them play. Toward people that they did not like or were unfamiliar with, the triplets were not willing to bother about them. This was the first time that Gao Yan met with such a situation. He even laughed that other families' children were very easy to kidnap, but not these 3 children of Xiao Nan. They were too difficult to cajole. All right, my family's triplets don't need you to play with them. Do whatever you need to. Also, reflect on yourself properly. If you really miss this opportunity, don't ever step into my house again. She was never on very close terms with Gao Yan. It was all because of Fang Fang that she and Gao Yan had a little interaction. If the two of them did not successfully become a couple, Gao Yan should visit the Tian family's residence instead. This did not have anything to do with the Zai family. Xiao Nan did not give Gao Yan face, but he did not take issue on this. At this very moment, he was totally struck by the news of Fang Fang falling out of love. All right, I won't disturb you any more then. I will look for uncle and auntie to have a meal. Okay. Xiao Nan responded. Obviously, Gao Yan was not willing to give up on gaining his in-laws' favor. Xiao Nan rubbed her forehead. Due to Fang Fang and Gao Yan's matter, Xiao Nan could not help but think of someone else, Xiao Zijin. Xiao Nan hardly contacted the Xiao family. At most, she would make a call home once a month. Furthermore, Xiao Dongliang had to be the one taking the phone call each time. Precisely because of this, Xiao Nan heard that Xiao Zijin and Chen Jun, who were married and gave birth to a child in their previous life, had broken up. Chen Jun had spent so much money on Xiao Zijin, but he did not recoup any of his losses in the end. If Xiao Zijin really wished to be with Chen Jun, Xiao Nan felt that given the Chen family's situation, they could still satisfy Xiao Zijin and Ding Jiyi's materialistic needs. With such a good son-in-law like Chen Jun, and Xiao Zijin being her mother's favorite daughter, her mother would look for Xiao Zijin to settle any matters in the future. Now that the two had broken up, Xiao Nan was especially concerned about Xiao Zijin's future marriage. She was not concerned about the type of man that Xiao Zijin would look for in the future. She was troubled that her mother and Xiao Zijin would plot something on her. Mom, hungry. San Bao rubbed her little tummy and pounced into Xiao Nan's arms. She pulled Xiao Nan back to reality from her thoughts. Xiao Nan carried San Bao's heavy and sturdy body. Is San Bao feeling hungry? Are Da Bao and Er Bao also feeling hungry? Chapter 1309 Trying the Wedding Gown. Da Bao and Er Bao nodded honestly. They were hungry after playing for some time. Especially after they smelled the fragrance of the rice and dishes, their little tummies felt even hungrier. Xiao Nan could not help but laugh from her heart at the sight of how gluttony her children looked. Come, Mom will bring you to wash your hands. We will eat thereafter. The three children held their hands and followed Xiao Nan. After entering the restroom, they obediently let Xiao Nan carry them onto the small stool, squeezed a slippery thing on them, rubbed out many bubbles, and washed them clean. The triplets were already used to this hand-washing routine. They did not fight or argue with each other. Besides the one washing the hands, the other two would wait by the side, pushing and kissing each other, laughing happily. After Xiao Nan finished washing their hands until they were clean and nice-smelling, Da Bao and Er Bao did not need Xiao Nan to hold their hands. They would run out first to let the auntie carry them to their respective high stool chairs and wait for their meal. On the contrary, the most impatient San Bao would insist Xiao Nan hold her hands and sit beside her so that she could feed her. In the blink of an eye, it was almost the end of the year. In fact, Xiao Nan had almost completed her studies. She had passed all her thesis and stuff. She had also obtained enough credits for her studies. If not for the sake of taking care of the triplets, having to spend a great deal of time and effort, given Xiao Nan's ability, she could have graduated with a double degree in flying colors. However, as a mother, the happiness and achievement of watching her children grow up healthily every day, from carrying in the arms to becoming little monkeys who ran all around, were much more important than a graduation certificate. San Bao, does Auntie look good wearing this? It was the end of the year and nearing the marriage day between Zihua and Tiandong. Xiao Nan and the triplets were keeping Zihua company while the latter chose her bridal gown and tea ceremony dress. Are you sure about wearing a white bridal gown? Xiao Nan looked at Zihua's back view. She felt that this was a little difficult. Unlike Western ladies, Asian ladies were not typically tall. However, nothing was absolute. Zihua was taller than most ladies. It was not too much to describe her as a tower amongst the crowd. Even if she was in the army, it was hard to drown Zihua under normal circumstances given such height of hers. Each time she looked at how tall Zihua was, Xiaonan could not help feeling happy and glad for Zihua that Tiandong, who was marrying her, was even taller. Precisely due to this, a bridal gown that typical ladies found too long actually seemed a little too short on Zihua. At a glance, Xiaonan was afraid that Zihua would reveal the ankles, let alone the shoes. However, at the sight of Zihua looking so happy, Xiaonan knew that Zihua very much wished to wear a pure white bridal gown during her wedding. Following Xiaonan's line of sight, Zihua lowered her head and laughed as she looked at her instep. Given this height of mine, it won't fit me very well unless it is custom-made. Since a young age, her height was above average. After puberty, any man of the average height would look like a dwarf before her. After encountering more of such situations, Zihua had completely taken this in stride. Sanbao, is it pretty? Zihua lifted the hem of her skirt and turned one round in front of Sanbao. Sanbao was the only girl among the triplets. Hence, Zihua felt that Sanbao could understand her own feelings most. Certainly, Sanbao had higher appreciation standards than Dabao and Erbao. True enough, Sanbao blinked her eyes, held on to Xiaonan's hands, and shouted for her mother in a sweet and delicate voice. That tone was so sweet that one could make candy floss from it. Xiaonan pinched her little daughter's face. Do you want to wear it too? Sanbao was so young and was already so vain. Sanbao's little face nudged Xiaonan's knees and she kept shouting Mom. Fine, she did not say anything else. If Xiaonan could not understand what her daughter meant, Xiaonan could not call herself a mother. Hence, Xiaonan looked for the store assistant and sought her help to find a small gown for Sanbao to wear. Of course, when Sanbao received something, Dabao and Erbao would as well. Sanbao had a little wedding gown while Dabao and Erbao naturally wore tuxedos. While looking at these items, Xiaonan did not feel the least burdened. One had to know that all of Zai Sheng's money was with her. Watching helplessly as Xiaonan brought the three children into the changing room, Zihua blinked her eyes in disbelief. Am I or the triplets getting married? Shouldn't they help her confirm the bridal gown first? When Sanbao shyly and obediently allowed her mother to hold her hands and came out in her little gown, her face as red as a little apple, all of Zihua's grievances vanished. She was too adorable. Zihua could not care less about her slightly tight-fitting dress. She squatted down, wanting to carry Sanbao. Oh, my goodness! Such a beautiful child! Whose family is she from? Sanbao, can you let auntie give you a kiss? Sanbao laughed and refused to let Zihua kiss her. She ran behind her mother and peeped at Zihua from behind. Sanbao was not the only one who was as cute and beautiful as little gremlins. After changing to the little tuxedos, Dabao and Erbao were both adorable and suave, looking very much like gentlemen. However, most of the usual clothes that Xiaonan prepared for the triplets were comfortable ones. This was the first time that Dabao and Erbao wore little tuxedos. They were thus not very used to wearing them. They kept twisting their necks as if the collar was prickling them and making them feel uncomfortable. No one can be compared to these three children of our family, indeed. Zihua said proudly. She sounded as if she was the one who gave birth to them. Besides Zihua, the store assistants in the wedding gown shop were also smitten by the triplets' adorable manners. These three babies are so cute. Are they of the same age? Triplets. The store assistant heard that their names were Dabao, Erbao, and Sanbao. Hence, she made a guess. The three children did not completely look alike. Nevertheless, there was a great resemblance between them. At one glance, one could tell that they were deeply related by blood. They are so beautiful. Can you let me take some photographs of them? Photographers were always present in a wedding shop. When a good photographer sighted good photography targets, that excited look was not any less than that of a veteran wine lover who finally encountered a 50-year-old good wine. These were such adorable children. The photographer was so tempted. He very much wanted to capture the lively and lovely mannerism of these 3 children and could not wait to let the whole world know that such adorable children existed in China. Sure, Zihua agreed. The triplets were so good looking. There was nothing bad to take a few more photographs to keep them as memoirs. When they grew up, she could take them out for the triplets to see how they looked like when they were young. Chapter 1310 Sister is always right. Xiao Nan declined. Sorry, our children don't have a need for this for the time being. Also, if you have taken any photographs, please don't disclose any of them to others. Xiao Nan was more clear-minded than Zihua. The French windows beside the main entrance door had been set up as exhibition display panels. The photographs hung on them were enough to tell it all. This photographer did not purely want to take triplets' photographs. Perhaps he even wished to exhibit the photographs to attract more customers to the store. It was inappropriate for Xiao Nan to intervene in how others managed their sales and business. However, if they were to use such means on her children, Xiao Nan would not agree. After all the relatives of the triplets' grandfather had special and sensitive identities. Although the children were still young, it was still not appropriate to expose them in this way. Zihua had agreed to such a foolish request in a moment of folly. She was overwhelmed by joy while trying the bridal gowns today. Once Xiao Nan declined, Zihua immediately calmed down. Actually, it's not much of an issue to take photographs. However, the photographs of our family's 3 children must not be revealed to others. We can't display it there too. Zihua pointed to the exhibition panels. The photographer was in a fix. These 3 children are so good looking. Don't worry. We definitely won't use your photographs for free. We will waive all the expenses for you today. If you're willing to, we can discuss the remuneration. The photographer had a hunch that if he were to put up these 3 children's photographs, it could definitely lead his career to greater heights. He could even participate in a competition and perhaps win himself a prized trophy to expand his reputation. Certainly, the photographer was not only yearning to take photographs of the triplets. He wanted to let the whole world know of such a wonderful existence. Otherwise, it would be meaningless to hide the shine of the bright pearls. Madam, I feel that you should consider this carefully. Actually, one has to take the opportunity to gain fame as early as possible in one's life. This matter may be a good start for the children's future. Weren't celebrities very popular nowadays? These 3 children were very good looking now. Looking at the face of their mother, he dared to bet that they would not look bad after they grew up. The children would become very popular. It was also not a difficult matter for this young mother to enter that circle. Zihua narrowed her eyes, exuding an aura of dominance. She was as cold as the frost. Our family doesn't need this. Xiao Nan could tell that Zihua was angry. Although Xiao Nan was also not too happy, today was a good day for Zihua. There was no need to spoil the mood because of this. All right, Sister Zihua. We definitely can't agree to this. I don't think this gown suits you well. Why don't you try on another one? Zihua was a little reluctant. She had wanted to give that photographer a warning. In fact, when Zihua revealed that fierce look of hers, that photographer was as frightened as a quail. He nearly shrank his neck and head into his clothing. Unexpectedly, the bride who wore such a pure white bridal gown did not give him the feeling that she was the most beautiful woman today. On the contrary, she gave him the illusion that she was the reincarnation of a female king killer. Tisk! What a fierce woman! How could she possibly get married? Which man was so selfless to become the White Knight and saved all the men in the world? Thanks to him, he could dodge the calamity. Soon after, the warrior that the photographer was curious about walked in, wearing a high-end white western suit. He had a straight posture and long and straight legs. He came in at a tearing pace, carrying the style of an elite of society. Besides drawing attention with his outstanding charisma and handsome face that could make a woman's heart flutter, people paid more attention to the extremely long white bridal gown that he was holding in his hands. Although the gown was placed in a huge bag, the hem of it could be seen from time to time due to its length. The shine of the pearl-studded hem was dazzling. It was enough to make any woman who saw it feel stunned and swept away by its beauty. Xiao Nan, where is Hua Hua? Tiandong had spent a lot of time and energy to find people to rush out this custom-made bridal gown. The most terrible thing was that when Tiandong wanted to give Zihua a surprise by personally bringing over this newly completed gown, he was stuck in a traffic jam. Later on, Tiandong actually left his car and ran over with his 2 legs. Rest assured, Sister Zihua doesn't know anything. I was cajoling her to try the bridal gowns. Xiao Nan asked Tiandong to ease his mind. She even requested the store assistant to bring Tiandong a cup of water. Look at you. Do you want to wash your face first? No need. I will use a tissue to wipe it. Tiandong did not want to miss another good chance to give Zihua the pleasant surprise. Zihua was tall and she had a lean and muscular figure. Hence, it was very difficult for her to find a suitable ordinary bridal gown. Zihua was a very simple person. During such times, she did not have another thought but Tiandong did. After knowing that Zihua wished to wear a white bridal gown for the wedding, Tiandong quickly looked for his former schoolmate from the design faulty, who also came back from abroad, to personally design a bridal gown for Zihua. He even increased the payment and requested his schoolmate to find someone good at making gowns. Under the pretext of working overtime but not affecting the quality of the gown, the person had to quickly rush the gown out. Putting aside the high cost of this piece of bridal gown, such thoughtful gesture and sincerity of Tiandong was enough to make a woman feel touched. Fortunately, heaven helps those who are faithful. When Zihua came out wearing another piece of bridal gown, the first person that she saw was not Xiao Nan but Tiandong, this future husband. You're finally here. You are late for more than one. What is this? Zihua was not blind. On the contrary, she had perfect eyesight. Of course, it was impossible for her to miss such a big bag of item in Tiandong's hands. With 3 children queuing behind her, Xiao Nan resigned to fate as she took the bridal gown from Tiandong, who was in a daze at the sight of Zihua, and tucked it into Zihua's arms. Actually, this is the bridal gown that you will be wearing on your wedding day. Tiandong specially found someone to custom make it. It must be suitable. Go and try it on. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Tiandong's amusing behavior was an example of this saying. Mom, pretty. Sanbao did not care that much. She had finally worn the pretty dress that she was fond of. Sanbao was so beautiful. She was behaving like a butterfly, twisting and turning her skirt in front of Dabao, Bao, and her mother. The funny thing was that Sanbao seemed so happy with herself that she stopped after every few turns and happily laughed out loud thereafter. She would then continue to spin until she received the affirmation and support of Xiao Nan and the rest. Dabao and Bao doted on their younger sister very much. Whatever she said was right. Hence, the 2 of them were very supportive, nodding continuously to express how beautiful she looked. Although in their eyes, there was no difference between this dress and the other dress that she previously wore.